sana, tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. Earlier today, Raila Odinga and Kalonzo Musyoka were hauled up in a meeting at some undisclosed location. And one of Kalonzo's Wiper Party members of parliament, who is seen to be a hardliner, has actually also confirmed that meeting today. And that is a story that has also been captured by K24 through their print media, People Daily. Raila held up in meeting with Kalonzo ahead of Azimio NDC. A Wiper Party MP who sought anonymity since he was also not allowed to talk about the matter also told the Star that an agreement between Oka and Azimio may be reached tomorrow, Friday night. I think that there is an error there. I think he meant Friday 11th because tomorrow will be 11th. Yes, progress is good and we hope everything will be in place by Friday. That's a Wiper member of parliament just confirming that by tomorrow there should be a deal between Raila and Kalonzo Musyoka. And that is so because on Saturday, 12th, Raila Molo Odinga is to be crowned as a Azimio presidential candidate. So the deal has to be sealed by tomorrow. What does this mean politically? That's our analysis and discussion right now. In case you've bumped here for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Yes, from today's meeting between Kalonzo Musyoka and Raila Molo Odinga, I'm seeing a defeated Kalonzo Musyoka humbly presenting himself on the negotiating table, begging to be Raila's running mate. That's the kind of a Kalonzo I'm seeing today. That's a different Kalonzo, a different Kalonzo Musyoka from the one we saw some few days ago issuing some demands. And I'm also seeing a Raila Molo Odinga who is not willing to offer Kalonzo Musyoka a running mate position. But I'm seeing a Raila Odinga offering Kalonzo Musyoka the post of the Speaker of the National Assembly. And I'm saying that because largely from some leaked information from reliable sources, that's what is widely expected and believed that Raila and his team in Azimio have been offering Kalonzo Musyoka. And I'm saying a defeated Kalonzo Musyoka because again some few days ago, Kalonzo Musyoka came out in public and issued some demands on Raila Molo Odinga. And one such demand, Kalonzo wanted a secret deal with Raila Odinga in 2017 to be part of the negotiations in this year's presidential election, in that Kalonzo wanted Raila Odinga to support him for the presidency. So I'm seeing a Kalonzo Musyoka who already knows he can't be supported for the presidency. So he's offering himself onto the negotiating table with an aim, in this case, to be Raila's running mate. But Raila is adamant. Raila is not giving him that. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at it objectively, if you look at all these things objectively, I know circumstances might have humbled Kalonzo Musyoka onto the negotiating table. Because upon Kalonzo issuing some demands on Raila Molo Odinga, Uhuru Kenyatta ignored Kalonzo Musyoka. Raila too ignored Kalonzo Musyoka. And then yesterday, Raila made it clear to Kalonzo, not yesterday, about 2 days ago now, Raila made it clear to Kalonzo that Azimio is only for the willing. And that sent clear message to Kalonzo that Azimio team, Raila Molo Odinga, were willing to go with or without him. And from where I see it, that might have scared Kalonzo Musyoka. Kalonzo might have felt he's actually going to lose out in this thing. And Kalonzo wants to be part of the next government. And Kalonzo believes Azimio most likely will form the next government. And I'm saying that again because of this. In 2013 and in 2017, Kalonzo was with Raila in court in 2013, and then in NASA with Raila again in 2017. And in all those presidential elections, they strongly believed they won those elections, but they never formed the government. So Kalonzo, out of that experience, or rather because of that experience or those experiences, Kalonzo knows how hard it is to actually beat the government or to beat the government's candidate. Kalonzo knows that. Kalonzo knows that it takes more than just votes from the ground actually to win a presidential election. And now in this case in 2022, we have a government, a system supporting a candidate that is averagely popular across the country. And I'm saying popular across the country because if you look at Raila Molo Odinga, Raila has a support cutting across the country, right from Nyanza, Western, Kisii, Masai Coast, Northeastern, and Nairobi. So this is a candidate now being supported by the government. So already Kalonzo knows that chances of Raila winning this year's election are very high compared to any other candidate. And that's why Kalonzo Musyoka is ready and willing to actually go or rather present himself onto the negotiating table. He knows that Raila most likely will win this year's election. And then again, if you look at Kalonzo Musyoka again, in the event that now Raila does not, or rather in the event that he manages to convince Raila Odinga to offer him that running mate position, I'm seeing a Kalonzo Musyoka maybe today or even tomorrow quickly sealing that deal. And come Saturday, he will be present during Azimio NDC, where Raila Odinga is going to be crowned as Azimio presidential candidate. In the event Raila agrees to that, I'm seeing a Kalonzo Musyoka readily sealing a deal today or even tomorrow. But we have been told that the negotiations are to be complete tomorrow. So we might find Kalonzo sealing that deal even tomorrow. I'm saying that in the event he's offered that running mate position. But in the event again, he is not offered that, I'm seeing a Kalonzo Musyoka who might actually still leave his options open in terms of working with Azimio. Kalonzo's heart belongs in Azimio. He's actually willing because he knows this is the winning team. And in the event he's not presented with that running mate position, I'm seeing a Kalonzo Musyoka actually negotiating for more government positions in terms of parastatals and even cabinet secretaries. So if maybe was to be offered only 3 cabinet secretaries, I'm seeing a Kalonzo Musyoka negotiating for 6 cabinet secretaries and several government appointments in parastatals and in ministries. And most likely again, we might also just find Kalonzo Musyoka on Saturday actually attending Azimio's NDC. Or alternatively, we might find Kalonzo Musyoka not attending that NDC, but actually showing very clear signals that eventually he is just going to work with Azimio. Yes. I'm seeing that kind of a Kalonzo Musyoka. And then also, before I forget, this meeting of today also shows clearly, it shows clearly that maybe Kalonzo Musyoka might have also overestimated himself. You know, for some weeks ago, or rather weeks back, the local media have actually been hyping Kalonzo Musyoka as the kingmaker. And from where I see it, and I've largely been stating that here, that is a very false notion. The local media, and from some quarters, it was being said now that now it's Kalonzo to decide the winner. And that such kind of rumors, I think, might have gotten into Kalonzo's head. And Kalonzo Musyoka actually overrated himself or had a false notion of himself, because now he felt that he was now the kingmaker. But now that Raila and Uhuru are showing less interest on actually working with him, Kalonzo is actually coming to the reality that he's actually not a kingmaker. But he has also to align himself with a winning side to be part of the next government. That's why Kalonzo is actually presenting himself on the negotiating table. And he's doing that, in my considered opinion, willingly, not being forced by anybody. And also we are being told that there was also the presence of Professor Kivutha Kibwana and Professor Makau Mutua. These two professors, in my considered opinion, are just present there to persuade Kalonzo Musyoka to come out of his thinking that actually Raila can support him for presidency based on their 2017 secret deal. That's not anchored in law, and actually it's something that has also been overtaken by events. So the presence of Professor Kivutha Kibwana and Professor Makau Mutua is just to convince and persuade Kalonzo Musyoka to come out of that thinking and actually to face reality as it is. He can't be supported for the presidency. So he has to find a realistic, or rather he has to make some realistic demands that can actually be met. That's what I'm seeing by the presence of Professor Kivutha Kibwana and also Professor Makau Mutua. But above all, I'm seeing a Kalonzo Musyoka ready and willing to work with Azimio. A Kalonzo Musyoka who most likely has already seen that with or without him, Azimio team might form the next government. Kalonzo wants to be part of that next government. And also his allies, who have actually been playing hardliners, have also just confirmed that. So from where I sit, I won't be wrong to conclude that whether Kalonzo will be present on Saturday or not, most likely Kalonzo's heart is in Azimio. That's what I can say for now. But you know, one day in Kenyan politics is like 1,000 years. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, let me remind you, in case you've bumped here for the very first time, and so far you have not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you, God bless you, God bless Kenya.